Good morning. Happy October Saturday. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make live broadcasts and videos about the joys of living in Mexico. And we have a special guest this morning. Let me introduce the one, the only Ms. Holly right here. Ms. Holly, met her this week on my tour to Christmas Land. Have we got a show for you today? And Char Williams is the first one here to leave a shout out. Hope the weather is cooling down for everybody here in Morelia. Oh, right now it's probably about 60, 61 degrees. It's partly cloudy. The rain appears to have stopped. It rained for almost 2 weeks, not all the time, but for a couple of days it rained like a whole day. That was kind of weird, but they say that the rainy season is over now, but welcome. We have a lot to cover today. I'm just here for you. This is your show. If you're new here, people ask questions about traveling Mexico, Mexico customs, immigration processes, places to live, places to visit. And so if you're new, introduce yourself. Let us know that you're here. Where are you? What do you want to know? This is your show. I'm just the facilitator, but we just want to know, how are you doing? How is your life this fine Saturday morning? I've been in Mexico for in February, it'll be 20 years. And it's just fabulous down here. I love Mexico every day. It's a lot of fun. I was watching a YouTuber last night, and she does tarot cards, and she's an American, but she lives in France, and she was talking about she was talking much like the way I feel about living in Mexico. When you get out of the United States, your head just kind of opens up, and that's the way I feel every day. It's been a fantastic week. I was on the road this week. It was really something, man. I got to say hello to a couple of people here. Brian, pretty boy Maiden in the house. All right. Oh, look at Brian. Brian changed his thumbnail. Look like you lost some weight, dude. Look at him. All duded up for us. That's pretty good, Brian. We got Katrina the Maker in the house. Yeah, Katrina, you're the one that brought it up. Go to the Christmas city. And you said that the same day as the taxi cab driver. And if you remember, Katrina, it was about 2 weeks ago. You said, what about the Christmas city? What about the Christmas city? And then I pulled this thing up and I said, oh yeah, Katrina, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. I went there. Pueblo Magico Taupuahua. Sure, I may be saying it wrong. I was there and I got the clips. I got the receipts, baby. So we got, this trip was fabulous. It was a fabulous trip. And I've got, if you're not ready for Christmas now, you will be by the end of this broadcast. I'm going to tell you. Lenora and her two dogs. Happy to see y'all in the house. Cool in Winnipeg. Dominique. Buenos dias, Dominique. I'll see you tomorrow morning, girl. She thinks so she speaks. In the house from Charlotte, girl. You must have your own jet. You sometimes you're in Mexico, sometimes you're in the United States, whatever. Steve, feliz sábado a todos. We got Steve in the house speaking Espanol. That means happy Saturday, everybody. Good morning, Bear Lane. Okay, so let's just get with the program. So This week, let me tell you how this trip went. We're going to go to a place this morning, and the place is called Taupu Hahua, and you can see it on the right side of the map. And I took the bus. So, and you can see the arrow on the left side pointing to Morelia. So you get on a bus, and there's no direct, because there's no direct bus ride there. So I had to go to Marabatío. So it's about an hour and a half bus ride to Marabatío. And then I switch buses there, and I go to Taupuhahua. And the bus ride there, well, first, of course, you got to start out in the bus station. And this is the Morelia bus station. You can see how nice and clean it is. This is around 8:30 in the morning. And I went to the bus station. I got there around 8:30, and the bus didn't leave until 10:20, which was kind of disappointing. But I went on a bus service called La Linea. And La Linea is pretty cool because they have two stories. So you can sit upstairs or downstairs. And so I said, well, I want to sit upstairs in the front row, because if you sit upstairs in the front row, then it's like, yeah, there's my view. Here we are as we're leaving Morelia in the bus station, and I'm in the front row, and you can see there's nothing in front of me. It's almost like you're in an apartment. And you can see everything almost 360. I'm going to say you can see everything 180 for sure. So when you get on the highway, this is what you're looking at. The roads of Mexico are so beautiful, and everything is so well kept. I don't remember hitting one bump all the way. So I've got a front row seat all the way to our first stop when we change buses, and the views. We go by this beautiful lake, and this was an awesome experience. I think it's like an hour and a half. Sorry. It's like an hour and a half trip to the first part. Then we're going to change buses, but it's just beautiful. And the great thing about traveling in Mexico is you never know what you're going to see on the side of the road. You might see goats or sheep or cows or dogs, or just caravans of people walking down the highway, all kinds of buildings. I think I got a house to show you that's pretty freaky house. But it was a beautiful trip. And the thing is, now that I'm traveling more, I was really lucky, because it was like going between the two cities. Let's see here. Between Marabatío, I got off the bus from Morelia at Marabatío, and like 30 minutes later, the bus was leaving for Taupuahua. And to Taupuahua, that ride is about an hour, maybe an hour. We had traffic on the way down because it's only like a 2-lane highway. So that was a little bit slower. But I'm going to say one way it was like 2.5 to 3 hours. But what you're looking at, it's the sights are so fabulous. It's almost worth the bus fare just to see what you're going to see as you go down the road. And of course, as we travel, I mean, look at the beautiful clouds and all of the really green mountains. And I got a front row seat. Not all of the bus services in Mexico are double decker like this, but I'm in the front row, got my earplugs on, listening to James Brown funk. I got up and danced up and down the aisle a couple of times, and look at my sign. Here comes my sign. Look, Mexico. Woo! People walking in the highway. There's Oxo. Stop. Just stop at Oxo. Stop at Oxo. Yeah, man. Yeah. And we just kept on cruising. And where can you go? I'm from Ohio. You can't see mountains like that in Ohio. You can't see mountains like that in Indiana for sure. You can see mountains like that for a couple of minutes in West Virginia, and maybe in Colorado you might see. But where I'm from, like it's like Kansas. You know, it's just like awesome. Look at the horses on the side of the road. That's why you can't drive at night in Mexico, because sometimes there'll be horses in the middle of the road. And this is my new friend, Holly. I'm going to call her Holly. I just met her Wednesday. I met her and I just had to be with her forever. And you're going to see the place where I met Holly, a fabulous place, here in a minute. But let's get back. Let's get back and see what people are saying over here in chat land. Oh, crap. Look who's here. Crapo Productions in the house. Dr. John, greetings from sunny Lancaster County, PA. I'm now an official resident. I know that moving is so much fun. Dr. John has been with us since our first broadcast, like 3 years ago. And he was living in New Jersey, but his kids live in Pennsylvania. He's got a grandchild. We've interviewed Dr. John. Glad that you are all set. And look who is here, Marco. Buenos dias to you. He's in Chicago. We've done interviews with Marco. He's gave us a lot of information. His family, he has a lot of family that lives in Morelia. He has a strange upscale job at the airport in Chicago. Fabulous individual. Was the bus fare reasonable? Well, Brian, okay. I think halfway to our first city was about, I'm going to say it was about 300 pesos or $15, which was kind of surprising. 300 pesos, $15 for an hour and a half trip. But I had my senior citizen discount card, so I only paid like $7.50. But the second bus was only like $1. With my senior citizens discount card, it was $1. So one way the trip was $8 with my senior citizen discount card. So the entire round trip was $16. And that all of that money comes from the donations that you guys give to me here on my YouTube channel, and I appreciate that. Char Williams, I get such a relaxing feeling looking at Mexico scenery. I can't wait. I know that is where I belong. I take these trips And I used to get I used to get really stressed out. I mean, I'd get really stressed out, like, oh, I got to take the bus. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, what if I don't catch the bus right? What happens if I can't get back? What happens if I have to spend the night? What's going to happen? And but see, I didn't leave Morelia until 10:20. I was hoping I could leave at 9, but it didn't work out that way. So I was thinking that maybe I was going to have to spend the night in Christmastown. But I had my charge card with me. I was ready. I could spend the night. I had a toothbrush, some toothpaste. But now traveling is just another day in Mexico. You go down there, get on the bus, get off the bus. I don't know where I am. You're going to see in a minute. I have no clue where I am. I don't know what's going on. But we'll get to that shortly here. Welcome, everyone. I'm Bill Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. Steve, Bill, it's me. I am using someone else's device, still in St. Louis. Steve, great to see you here. Glad you could join us. Are you Steve in Kansas City? Dominique, my bus ride from Guadalajara to Morelia with Primera Plus was very comfortable and the countryside views were lovely. From Guadalajara to Morelia, I've taken that trip several times. I've taken that trip a few times, too many. Yeah, it's pretty nice. She is so beautiful. Who are you talking about? Axel Foley, buenos dias, Axel, and even Crazy Boy Radio in the house. Always a great way to start Saturday. Thank you, Crazy Boy Radio. And again, if you're new here, introduce yourself. Let us know where you are. What do you want to know about living in Mexico? Look who has shown up. The Buck Stops Here is here. I watched 2 long ads before being linked to the live stream, connected so Bill can get paid. Yeah, right. Many blessings to all attending today. Buck Stops Here. Great to see you in the house. Yeah. Well, what else is happening? Oh, Holly the doll. That's right. Holly the doll, because she's so special. And I'm telling you, man, this trip, I'm saying it's worth a 4-night stay. You're going to see the city here in a second. The city's fabulous. I could live there. I could definitely live in this city. It's kind of far away from everything. I mean, there's everything in the city you're about to see is very local. So let's get back to some video clips here. Okay, now. Okay. And as we make the trip, let me turn off Brian's comment here. We can turn that off. Okay. And it's so much fun when you're going down the road and you see these little cities, even if you want to call it a city, out in the middle of nowhere. Horses on the side of the road. And in a second, in this clip, we're actually going to get to, oh, come on. Oh, I can't find my notes. And well, anyway, we do arrive. Here we go. Now we're at the place where we're going to change buses, and we see that big head. Let me turn that off and turn it back on. This is in Mara, the Bito, something like that. And that's what we see rolling into town. And let's see what the town looks like. It's always interesting to see what kind of shops they're going to have on the side of the road. This town looks like a big furniture manufacturing. The prices were really good. I almost bought a winter coat here, a down winter coat for like $25. Okay, now we're going to get on the bus there. We're going to get on the bus there, and what we're going to do now is we're going to get on a back road. And much of this back road didn't have lines on the street, like, no middle line, no side lines, no do not pass lines. It was just black road with a lot of bumps. And you see a lot of houses. Well, not a lot of houses because you're out in the country, but this one house, I'm going to play this one house, and this is in slow motion. But you got to see this. You got to check this out. Check out this house right here. There you go. This is in slow motion. Check out this house up on the hill there. Look at that. How did they build that? What is it? What is in there? They got a couple of pickup trucks. What's that building down below the house? Is that like the garage? It's a big place. I wonder how many bedrooms that place has. I don't know. When you're riding the bus through Mexico, you never know what you're gonna see. I tell you. And I'm going to show you. We're getting ready to go into town now. The rest of the clips are about being in this town. Taupuahua, 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 Christmas Town, Pueblo Magico. The rest of the clips are all about the town. And when they say it is a Christmas town, they ain't playing. They are for real. Here we go. Holly Doll, Steve. Billy is the tooth fairy. I am using someone else's phone, still in Chicago. Good for you. Helen, great to see you in the house. Helen, glad that you could make it. Char Williams. Ola Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy's in the house. Hope you're having a great time. Be safe. Tooth Fairy. I'm confused. Bill. Oh. Okay, so Steve is the Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy, she changes her name every week. Hope you're having a great and safe trip. Steve in Kansas City here. Good morning, my Saturday all. Steve, thank you so much. And thank you very much for joining us this morning. Okay, so we're getting ready to go into the town. And I have a list. Hold on. Let me grab something here. Okay. So when I went to the bus station, I had this piece of paper with me. And you can see over there on the left-hand side, it says Mara Batio. Taupuahua. Okay. So when I went to the bus station, I just pull out this piece of paper and I say, I want to go here. I want to end up in the T place, but I understand. Oh, also, in figuring out how to get around to places, I just get on the interstate. I just get on the internet and ask, okay, I want to go from Morelia to Taupuahua, and how do I get there? And that's what you do, and you'll get 20 different people telling you, well, you can take the bus, you can drive, you can do this, you can do that. And so I read those things. And not all of the bus lines will take you to Marabatío. So, so I get to the bus station. I say, I want to go to Marabatío. And guy says, oh, okay, yeah, we can go there. But once you get once you get there, then you have to switch buses, and you could have taken a taxi. That would have been like $15 instead of $1. Oh, also between Marabatío and Taupuhahua, it was like a school bus. I'm serious, man. On the way back, it was like a school bus. All these high school students dressed up in their little high school, the girls with the little blue skirts and the blue sweaters and the white shirts, and the boys with their blue sweaters and blue pants and white shirts. They were getting on and off the bus, stop here, stop there. It was cool. It was nice to see young people. But anyway, so and then on the way back, then I can just pull out my piece of paper and tell the people at the bus line, I just point at it. Here's where I'm going. How do I get there? And then and there is the name of the bus line. The bus line is Autovias. And I don't know. I think that Autovias is now what La Linea used to be, because I took La Linea from Chapala to Colima. And those are the only double-deck buses that I have been on. But anyway, so I have this piece of paper, and then I have a list of places that I want to visit. They have forests there. They have many dams in Christmastown. But we're gonna go into Christmastown in a second. Ray Garcia, what's up, Ray? Just realized Mexico has a large, affordable traveling bus network. Here in the USA is non-existent. Yeah, you can get around on the bus. It's extremely affordable. Like Dominique was saying, well, she took the bus from Guadalajara to Morelia. That's a 3.5-hour bus ride. You ride with Primera Plus, you ride in luxury. I bet you paid about 400 pesos. I don't think you paid 500 pesos. That's like $25 for a 3.5-hour bus ride. I remember like 30 years ago, I went from Columbus, Ohio to Cleveland, Ohio. It's like a 2-hour bus ride. They charge you like $60, $70. The buses are dirty, whatever. But the buses here in Mexico are extremely affordable. So let's go into the city and see what's going on. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I get off the bus, and the bus is like, I'm going to say downstairs from what you're seeing here. But you walk up the steps, and you're right in the main part of town, in the plaza. There you go. And there's a big church. I always, the first thing I do is when I get to a place is I go to the church, because I'm very holy. I'm a holy man. So that's the first thing I do. Me and Holly, from now on, I'm taking Holly on all my trips. The first thing that we do is we go to the church. Let's see now. Oh, okay. So I go in and out of the church, and for what it's worth, this week, in the next couple of days, I'm going to put, I have about 100 video shops of the Christmas town. The place is a trip. for sure. And so I went into the church. I have pictures of the church, but I'll be putting up a full video. And I left out a lot of stuff because I didn't want people to get bored. So here we go. Here we go. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of cobblestone, but it's not hard to navigate cobblestone like they have in Ahiheek. But there it is. The town is kind of up on top of a mountain with a beautiful view and with all these little streets. And you can see, I'm going to play that again. You can see there's really no sign of Christmas as of yet. But then out of the blue, it's Christmas all over. I think if you went to, I could live here, definitely. They have a big market here. The people were extremely friendly. But all of a sudden, you walk out the plaza, and then you start seeing stuff like that. There's where Mrs. Claus lives, right there. And we're going to walk down the street. Now, I think they start opening their shops in October. And I think that day was the 2nd of October. But you can see, look, and here it starts. And then here it all starts. I believe that date was the 2nd of October. And I think that's when they kick off opening their shops and stuff. Okay, now hold on a second here. Let's go over here to comments, see what people are talking about. Okay, now. Thanks, Char. Glad you figured it out. I am miserable. Miss my beautiful Morelia. Can't wait to get back home. I'm telling you, man, Morelia is my spot. My spot. Ray Garcia, the U.S. only has Greyhound, and it's the pits. You are so right. I just love the central plazas in Mexico. They're so beautiful. I'm telling you, man, Mexico is the bomb. B-O-M-B. I can spell that. But let's get back to, let's get back to here. Here we go. Let's see. And so we see a little bit of Christmas. We've just seen a little bit of Christmas, but then it starts kicking off. We can see Santa Claus, Navi, Dano, and I have my list of things that I want to see, so I'm asking people. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I would say a 4-night stay here would be perfect. And they've got all these Christmas ornaments that you're not going to see shopping at J.C. Penney's or Walmart at the United States. They have so many different Christmas ornaments. It's just like nuts. And all these dolls. I should have bought about 10 dolls, to be honest. And that lovely young lady, I'm asking, well, how do I get, because Katrina the Maker, after she asked me about it, I was doing searches on look at all those dolls. I was doing searches on the internet, and I found all of these pictures. And some of the pictures that I found were these houses. They looked like they were in the North Pole. And I was asking this lady right here, I was asking I was asking the lady in this shop. And I said, well, how do I get to the place where all those houses are. I want to see the little houses. And I found a doll shop. You're going to see it. I found a doll shop where I bought holly. And the young lady spoke English. She wanted to speak English with me. But wow, just awesome. And not only ornaments and dolls, but maybe you want a decorated prefab Christmas tree. How about that? There you go. Stick that in your front yard, in your living room, get some little ones and some big ones, and throw some of these ornaments on the tree. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you don't see that in Walmart now, do you? No, none of that in Walmart. No, Costco ain't got none of that. I might go back there and just buy me like $100, maybe $1,000, take them to the United States. Holly, my investment for Holly was 300 pesos or $15. And she has a lead bottom. Like her bottom is filled with, it's either rocks or lead. That's why her posture is so good. But look at that. Holly ain't saying much today because she was out doing opiates all last night. She came in all wiped out, could hardly walk. I told her she need to look at her. She can't even raise her, can't keep her hand up, all high. I don't know if it was fentanyl, what she was doing. The girl never moves, you know. I'm just saying. So here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, but I am going to say I think this would be a good 4-night trip. There was a lot of food there, a lot of restaurants. There were many hotels that don't really look like hotels, but they're beautiful. And I'm thinking you can go there and just buy ornaments and then have them shipped back to where you live. If you live in Guadalajara or Puerto Vallarta, go buy a whole bunch of stuff, have them ship it to where you're staying. They can ship your stuff to the United States. That way you don't have to worry about carrying that stuff all around. But I would say go in October for sure, spend 4 nights, walk all over the city, eat and drink very well. There were a lot of hills. It's a very hilly town. If you are challenged, if you're in a wheelchair, this is not in your town. If you can't walk 2 or 3 steps without a cane, this is not your town. It is not a flat town. And I was really happy that due to my workout up and down the hill all the time, I mean, I didn't have a problem. But let's visit some more Christmas shops. Here we go. Okay, so the shops just continue. All of a sudden, it's not just one shop, but it's a place with like 10 shops with more ornaments. What? People make a living like this? How many of those do you sell? Looky there. Look at them red and white ones. The ones with the flowers. Yeah. And more dolls. Look at the dolls. Look at the dolls. Look at the big one. There's Holly's sister. There's Holly's sister right there for sale. Yeah, little snowman. Are you getting into Christmas spirit? Can you imagine spending 4 nights in this town? Yes, and here's the place where I met Holly. There's what you want standing next to your Christmas tree right there, an elf with them big, long legs. Oh, yeah. And look at all the little elves. Yeah, the little reindeer all dressed up. Oh my, woo! I tell you, 4 days of that with tacos and tequila and cerveza, and you're going to see in a second they have a hotel. It's a big hotel up on a hill, and you, the town is just surrounded by beautiful visual stuff. Yeah, I'm not done. I got more to come. And also within the next 3 days, I've got like 100 video clips of this town. In the next 3 days, I'm going to put up the full video. But as I always tell you guys, before I put up a video, I always show you guys what's going on before the video goes up. Okay, now, okay, let me, okay, Katrina the Maker. This is so cool. It was your suggestion, girl, so I had to do it. Also, if you're watching the rebroadcast, and you want to donate to the channel, because that's how we stay online, invest in our computer equipment, and travel to buy our bus tickets. And if you're watching the rebroadcast, there's a donate button in the description below, and you can use PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. And I think we'll be making more and more trips like this. I think we'll be going somewhere every week. Dominique, those ornaments would make great presents for folks back home in the U.S. Yeah, Dominique. Dominique is in Morelia right now. We're going to have breakfast in the morning at 10 o'clock. Woohoo! Good morning, Bill. A little late, but here listening and watching from Morelia. Liston Henry, welcome back to your city. Don Cole, I'm watching you from Jamaica. From Jamaica, Don Cole is a jet setter. Sometimes she's in Panama. Sometimes she's in the Dominican Republic. Sometimes she's in Florida. Now she's in Jamaica. Woo! Great to see you here. You enjoy your day. I'm sure you're going to get in some beach time soon. Bill, tell Holly to knock that off before I tell Santa. Yeah, I'm trying to get her off that opiate. Girl, stop it. Stop with that fentanyl stuff. You're going to wipe yourself out, girls. To Santa is time to get to work. And look who's here but Temple Moore. Hola, Helen. Buenos dias, Bill, and amigas and amigas. Ms. Matthews is in the house from my home state and city, Columbus, Ohio. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back. Great to see you. Go Bucks, Ms. Matthews. Let's get back. I got a ton more brand here. Okay, more shops. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Bienvenidos. That says good. More or less, that says welcome. And Santa, there's a big sign. Hello, welcome. And I'm going to walk around the town. There was a huge police presence. For a town this size, I'm going to say every 4 blocks, there was a policeman with an AK-47 and police trucks riding all around the town. You'll see a truck in a second here. More dolls, hats. This place didn't have your regular Mexico tourist junk, is what I call it. tourist junk. No, this is where I met Holly in here. There's a young lady, she speaks English, and she gave me directions on how to get around town. Yeah, everybody needs about 5, 10 of them. I'm gonna play that again. What happened? Oh no, that's not the one. Oh, where uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm lost. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Well, I think this is, yeah. Look at all of these. Couldn't you just buy just like 20 of those? Wouldn't you like to have 20 of those things? Maybe 100. Just think if you had 100 of those things for Christmas, you could give some of them away as gifts, but the rest of them, you put it all around your house. Just think how good you would feel if you did that. Oh, and the little angels. And this is what this town is all about. Look at that. Who makes these things? I think they have factories here too. Oh, yeah, we got 48 people in the house, 23 likes. And I got one more doll shop to show you. Look at that. Only in Mexico. Yeah, have you ever been to a place like this in the United States or Canada? There's no place, the whole town. This is how these people make a living. Everybody in town's selling a doll, but that's that. Now I'm going to show you something. Okay, so we started out with a couple of shops. You didn't see any shops on the plaza. Then we go down the street and we see a couple of shops. Then from a couple of shops, it turns into like 10 shops. Then you got a bunch of doll shops side by side. And then, now get this. You're going to love this. They've got they have a Christmas shop mall. Now we're going into the Christmas shop mall. Hang on to your seats for this. Here you go. I'm on some steps that are high, and everything you see there, those are all individual Christmas shops in the Christmas shop mall. There must be like 100 little shops all in one place. And then you get in there and you can go in there and walk around and what you didn't see outside of the mall, you will find in here. It's all in here. 100 shops. Wow. Look at that. Oh my God. Woo. I mean, look at that. Wooden stuff, cotton stuff, tinfoil stuff. You can just shop in there forever and ever and ever. By the time you get out there, you don't even want to know about Christmas anymore. Woo! There you go. Here's some more. Assorted bulbs and tinsels and people buying stuff. What time is it? This is like 1 o'clock, 1:30 on a Wednesday afternoon. Wow, that was something. Yeah, only in Mexico. Only in Mexico. Let's see what's happening in comment land over here. Temple Moore, 52 peeps in the chat, 19 likes. Give the channel some love. Right on. How do the vendors make any money? Good question, Brian Maiden. Okay, now from Brian, from what I read, these shops don't open until October, and I believe that this was October 2nd. So they've only been open for a day. No, they've only been open. This is their second day being open. It's a weekday. It was a Wednesday. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. And then, and they'll be open until Christmas. So I would believe that the big shops, I bet businesses, gift shops, department stores from all over the world hit this town really hard, but maybe not on the second day that they're open with all of their wares. That's what I think, Brian. I may be wrong, but that's what I think. Davis, video with the glasses make the video jumpy, moving your head too fast, maybe. Yeah, actually, these videos, I was using my iPhone, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. I have a gimbal that I could use for the iPhone, but it's such a pain in the butt. And it's very, it just stands out at the people. It just says, hey, we're taking your picture. Not only do you have the iPhone, if you just have your iPhone, you're not a professional. People don't get all paranoid if it's just, but you put an iPhone on a gimbal and all of a sudden people think you're from NBC or something. They say, no, don't come in here. And the glasses are even worse than me walking around with the iPhone. So whatever. Thank you very much. It's all good. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Davis. It's tough. Okay, so let's get back here. Oh, okay. Okay, so now I'm still trying to find the little houses. I'm still trying to find the little houses. And the place where I met Holly, she said, oh, just walk up this street to the corner and take a left, and that'll take you to, and she told me in English, and her English was hesitant, but it was good. She was trying. She says, I think you're looking for Santa Vista, which made no sense to me, but she said, okay, go up to the corner and take a left, and I think that will get you there. So here we go. Yeah, okay. So here we go. I go up to the corner. There's the corner. I'm going to walk up this hill. And I tell you what, if I didn't work out 5 days a week, this hill would have kicked my butt. But fortunately, I do this every day for an hour and 10 minutes. So it was cool for me. But that's why I'm saying, if you're in a wheelchair or something, if you're in a wheelchair, this is not the place that you want to go. Now, this is not the place for you if you are in a wheelchair. But here we go. It's showtime, folks. No. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. This La Villa de Santa Claus. La Villa de Santa Claus Entrada. That makes total sense right there. I had no clue I had found it with the little fire engine. I guess that's what it is right in front. And now we're going to go in. We're going to go into the place so you can, this going into what Katrina the Maker going into this place makes the whole trip worthwhile. Here you go. I'm going to turn that off. You're going to see Santa right there. No tocar, don't touch. And this is like a restaurant. You go in the restaurant, you can buy honey and all that kind of stuff. And you go through here, and it's like you go into another land. All these beautiful little shops in here. It's like you're in a different world. Ah, looky there. Ooh, don't you feel Christmas? Don't you feel like you're in Santa's house waiting on the elves to show up? Oh, and look at how nice and clean everything is. And again, this is a Wednesday. It's about 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon. I bet on the weekends, all hell breaks loose in here. And Brian Maiden, that's how the vendors make their money, I'm sure. And of course, not only can you buy your Christmas stuff, you can eat and drink beer. Oh, yes, Santa Claus. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And it's only October. I hope I'm kicking off this Christmas time for you. I just have a couple of more Christmas Village stops. And there is the Santa Claus Castle, the Christmas Factory, Tienda de Souvenirs. We're kicking Christmas off just a little bit early. I didn't put the drone up this day because it was kind of windy. When I put out the video this week, you keep going up that hill, another couple of blocks above, I call it the Christmas Village. You go up that hill, another couple of blocks, and there's a huge cathedral with an excellent plaza and an excellent view of the mountains and the city. It's awesome. So that will come out in the video this week. And Brian Maiden, my main man, Brian, pretty boy Maiden, for Holly's addiction treatment plus travel fund. Brian Maiden, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. This is how we take our trips, pay for our video equipment. Thank you, Brian Maiden, once again, as always, for contributing to the channel. Brian Temple Moore. Wow, that is magical. It's a magical place. I could live there. The people were very happy and friendly. And you're in Christmas all year. And in the video that I will put out this week, there's a huge market there where you can get all of your fresh vegetables, your meat, your poultry, your pork, all that stuff. And it's all really clean and good. And Dominique, yes, it is so cute. Chara, Bill, I love your excitement. You make this fun for us. Yeah, when you show up here and share some time, some pre-Christmas time with Bill the Geek, it's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to have fun here. That's my job. Sharing the joy of living in Mexico. That's what we do here. Yeah, Deborah Ballard, good morning to you. I only have a few more clips left. Let's see what's going on. Let's go back in here. Oh, here we go. Let's see. This is the last shot from inside the Christmas Village. There you go. The whole town. You don't have to be in the village to get that feeling. The whole town is a Christmas village. And when we leave the village, here's what cracks me up. Santa, there's a Santa with a taco sign. That's funny. Tacos de la Via with Santa. Tacos. What? Santa eats tacos? I guess I'm a bigot. I wouldn't think that Santa would eat tacos. Okay. La Via de Santa Cruz. Okay. And this, and for you guys that like sweets and donuts, well, check this out. We're going to go into the main market now. We're going to go into the main market. And this market is pretty big. And there were a lot of locals in the market, buying donuts. How you like them donuts? Ooh, how do you like them donuts? Don't you? And they looked hot. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Ooh, I bet you'd like some of that about right now, wouldn't you? Saturday morning, some nice, hot, sugary donuts. Woo-hoo. Yeah, I only have one more clip. And here we go. Fresh meat. There you go. Fresh beef, fresh chicken, fresh vegetables. And those people are busy. Look at all the people in there shopping. Wednesday at 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock. And when you look at the more fresh meat, and there's some kind of feet. What kind of feet are those? Are those cow feet? I've never seen cow feet before. They didn't look like pig feet. That deep fried pork grind. Yeah, I mean, it was a fabulous trip. I strongly suggest it to anyone. Maybe 3 nights would do the job. 3 nights. I could live there for sure. It was very peaceful. I bet the apartments or even the housing would be extremely affordable. It was a wonderful trip. I think it would be a great 3 or 4 night trip. Take a bunch of money with you. Let me think about this. And if you're going to take that trip in October, then it would be, I would just go on a buying spree. So go to this place. Let's look at the map again. We go to this place. Here we go. Yeah. Taupuahua. Go there. But you're in the neighborhood where you could take that trip and also go to León, which is the leather capital of Mexico. So you go to Taupuahua, then 3 hours away is León, buy up a bunch of Christmas gifts, a bunch of leather goods, leather jackets, purses, boots, and you're good for Christmas. You could spend a month in Mexico just doing Christmas stuff, save a bunch of money, and make all your loved ones very happy people. And you can share. That would make you being a person that is sharing the joys of living in Mexico. Okay, so that's all the joy. That's all the joy of Mexico I got. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, that's what I got for the day. For what it's worth, the peso is level. It's been about the same for almost 3 weeks. It's strengthened a little bit, so my rent is about the same. The weather is great. Morelia is a little bit chilly, but I think Dominique would say, she was in Guadalajara for a while. I would say the weather here is a little bit more chilly than the Guadalajara, Chapala, Ajijic area. A little bit more chilly. But the weather, they say that the rain has stopped. So supposedly it shouldn't rain kind of, sort of, for about another 6 months. The air is clear. And in Morelia, everything is nice and safe and peaceful. So, that's let me check my notes here. Again, if you're watching the replay and you would like to donate to buildgeek.com, there is a donate button in the description below. Yeah. On a side note, one of the great things about living here versus Mazatlan or Chapala or Ajijic is, wow, there are way less foreigners here other than me. Like, I'm the only foreigner that I see when I walk around. I'm the foreigner. I'm the foreigner. I'm the one. And I see such a diversity of ages everywhere I go. When I walk down my street, or I can look out my window. Sometimes I see little 5-year-olds walking down the street. There's a couple of teenagers that live across the street. There are some young adult individual single people with apartments in my building and in the apartments around me. There are senior citizens older than me that walk every morning. They're out walking at like 5:30 in the morning, like me, going up and down the hill, up and down the hill. And two of these ladies, they have to be 85. They're just walking. They do it every day that I'm out there. They're 85, walking up and down the hill. So there's all this age diversity, minimal. Now, my next door neighbor, he's a missionary. Him and his wife, they have 3 children. He's got to be maybe 38, 40 years old. He's from Oregon. They're missionaries, and they're expanding the missionary network. But I hardly see them. So I'm totally enjoying. And people are still sending me messages, and they ask, well, where should I move to in Mexico? What do you have any suggestions of places that I could live in Mexico? And, I don't want to tell them, but, how do I say it? It's like, I've been here for 20 years. I've lived in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, Chapala, Ajijic, Mazatlan. Now I live here. And then I've been all over Mexico. And they asked me, well, where do you suggest I live? Well, a super hint might be where I live. You think I've gone to all these places? You think I've spent all this time in Mexico, and I just ended up in Morelia because somebody told me to live here? What are you, nuts? For me, the best place to live in Mexico is Morelia. Yeah, that's what it is now. I'm not moving to the Christmas place, but whatever. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Steve in Kansas City, a couple of great Christmas towns in U.S. truly are Leavenworth, right there with the prison, Washington, and Frankenmuth, Michigan. Thank you, KC, for telling me what's going on. I appreciate that. Yes, a little more chilly in Morelia, but really nice. Very clean, too. Yeah, thank you, Dominique. And Char Williams. Oh, Char Williams. Thank you and Bride and Maiden for contributing to the channel this morning. Wow. Hey, thank you both very much. for realizing this is how I pay my rent, my utility bills, the gas bills, and my hamburger and my chicken thighs, and even my tortillas. Yes, I've shifted totally from bread to tortillas. Another day, woke up to a temperature of 5 Celsius or 41 degrees. It was chilly. And Brian, listen to your doctor. Last week, you said that the doctor said move to Mexico. That's what the doctor said. Char, Bill, got a question. How have some gotten their things shipped or transported to Mexico? I'm trying to work out logistics. I need ideas. Oh, that is a very good question. Char, well, I'm going to say what a lot of people don't want to hear. I'm going to say leave all your stuff there. Get rid of all your stuff. There was a couple, they moved to Ajijic from, I think it was Reno, Nevada. They had a house filled with furniture and all the stuff that goes with it. I mean, they had a house, and they got rid of the house, sold the house, got rid of their cars, got rid of every piece of furniture in the house, and they just came down here with, I think, maybe 3 or 4 suitcases. And in fact, I kept their suitcases. They had come down to visit. They left their suitcases with me. When they made their final move, they came and picked them up. But then they bought a house in the Ajijic area, and then they went to Guadalajara, which is an hour away, and they had new furniture built. Couches, chairs, dining rooms. They had all that stuff built way cheaper than it would be in the United States. Okay, now another couple, they moved to Ajijic from Florida, and they were going to rent an apartment, and they are renting this. I don't know. They signed a 10-year rental contract at $1,000 a month. They signed a 10-year rental contract, and they moved everything that they had from Florida to Ajijic. That cost them $9,000, but they moved everything. And a part of that move was they had one mover get it to the border, and then they had a Mexican mover that they moved all the stuff from the American person to the Mexican person. And then if you have all that stuff going across the border, they had to document each and every item, from coffee cups to knives and spoons to couches to pillows. They had to have all that documented. And it cost them $9,000. I'm telling you, man, leave. I don't have anything. I've got like 3. I came in here with 3 suitcases into this where I'm living now. I mean, I've upgraded. When I came down here 20 years ago, all I had was 1 suitcase and 1 computer. That's all I had. 1 suitcase, 1 computer. Now, if I have to move, I have 2 computers and 3 suitcases. So I'm telling you, Char, leave as much as you can behind and sell it, and just, I mean, if you rent a place down here, it's going to come with towels, spoons, forks, most likely coffee cups, plates, washer, dryer. I got washer, dryer, microwave. I got a gas stove. It has two big screen TVs in here and cable TV. I mean, I'm going to shut up now. There you go. Casey Davis, thank you so much. Good morning. I'm late, girl. Who is Michael? Who is the Michael Smith that showed up on your FB a few days ago? I don't know. On my Facebook, who is the? I have to go look at it. I have to look at it, and if he's put up something offensive, then we'll get rid of that. So let me check that out. I'm not sure. Helen, you're a funny Bill. Thank you, Helen. I try to make these experiences very enjoyable. But Casey, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Charles, not really furniture. All of my baking and kitchen stuff. Suitcases are okay for that. I have my computer stuff too. It's not a lot, so documenting isn't a problem. Okay, so Char, okay, so it doesn't sound like what you could do. Okay, Char, what you could do if I mean, let's say you that doesn't sound like a truckload of stuff. It sounds like you have boxes of stuff. What you could do is you could just ship your boxes down to me. And as long as the shipper will carry all those boxes up 4 flights of stairs, I ain't carrying it. But you could ship the boxes down to me, and then when you get here, then you just ship it to wherever you're going to end up. But you could ship, or you could get down here and then have somebody ship your stuff down to you once you get here. So if you just have, let's say you have 3 suitcases and 4 boxes of stuff. Well, come down with your 3 suitcases and ship the 4 boxes. Even if you have 8 boxes, ship it. There you go. Ray Garcia, I'm just taking the essentials. 2 backpacks. I can buy as needed wherever I go, sell, donate all materials, and let go of the past. Yeah, and the stuff is very inexpensive down here. I mean, all your cooking stuff. I mean, you can buy all that stuff very inexpensively. Don't worry about it. Just come on down, because Dominique is in the same boat. She's in the same boat as you. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Yeah, just come on down. Make your life really easy. Sometimes I miss having a couple of things that I gave up in all of my moves, but I'm still very happy. And I need to buy some winter clothing, actually. But it's all coming. It's all coming with time. And when I was in the M City, Mare Vito, whatever the first place was before I went to the Christmas town, they had some really nice winter coats for $25. And that was a small town out in the middle of nowhere. You start going into these small towns out in the middle of nowhere, and you can get stuff very inexpensive. You get out of the big towns, go into the small towns, go to the flea markets. They call them tianguis here. You start going to flea markets, buying your clothes and your dishes, all that kind of stuff. You save a lot of money. Okay, got it. I will be starting over, so I'll try to let more stuff go. Thank you all. Yeah, man, just my cousin who lives in Ahihic. Oh, she's an internationally well-known artist. Okay. Cassie, I will take care of that. If not today, tomorrow. Let me write Mr. Michael Smith's name down here so that I don't forget. And Michael Smith. Yes. Okay. We will check Mr. Smith out. And if needed, he will be evacuated. But my cousin came down here from, okay, Charles Williams, still figuring things out. I have a camper minivan I don't know what to do with. I love it for the camping, traveling possibilities. Okay. Yeah, think about it. But my cousin came down here. Her husband that she loved dearly, he died about 5 years ago. And at the time, she was in Saudi Arabia teaching college, but she's traveled the world. She and her husband owned a 12-acre ranch in Montana. They had llamas for animals. They had other animals on the farm, big house, with its own generator out in the middle of nowhere. They loved Montana. They had cars. So my cousin sold everything, her cars, all her furniture, her house. She sold everything. She moved to Guadalajara to be my neighbor. I was living there at the time. And I picked her up at the airport in Guadalajara. And the only thing that she brought with her from the house, the cars, the furniture, the dishes, the only thing she brought with her to Mexico was a giant suitcase. That's all she had, a giant suitcase. And now she lives in a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home that she rents in Ajijic. She's an artist, so she bought new easels and oils and all that kind of stuff. She's a computer geek. She bought a Mac computer, a tablet, but anyway, she's totally happy. She got rid of all of that stuff, and now she is good to go. All right. Yeah. All right. So if you have, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We do this every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Let us know who you are. Feel free to donate. Click the donate button so we can continue to do this until the day we die. Living in Mexico, I really like it. Let me think about something. So as we end the broadcast today, I'm going to make my trip to the grocery store. It's been a little chilly in the evenings here. But every day it's like 70, and Dominique knows every day it's going to be like 72, 73 degrees. It's partly cloudy. Dominique came just at the right time because it stopped raining. But the sun's out. If you're out walking around in the sun, it's beautiful. The food is fabulous. The people are friendly. And Morelia is central. It's right in the middle of Mexico. When I was on the bus, the signs that lead you to Mexico City. And when Mexicans are talking about Mexico City, they don't say Mexico City. They just say Mexico. That's funny. So if I'm down here and somebody says, where have you lived in Mexico? I've lived in Mexico for 20 years. Well, that means I've lived in Mexico City for 20 years. So I can't say that. But anyway, I was seeing signs. So the road sign, I saw a road sign. It said Mexico, 350 kilometers. So I'm about 350 kilometers. So that's like 275 miles from Mexico City. I got to get there. Okay, now Let's see what's going on down here. Dominique, another time. Dominique, I did sell my RV. Wish I could get another one, but I'll start going through my storage again soon. I do it in waves to try to avoid sentimental attachments. Yeah, everything must go. Everything must go. Get rid of it. Wahoo fan, how do you pay for these donations? I have no clue what that means. Brian Maiden, thank you, Bill, for a great Saturday. Have a great weekend and all in the house. See you all next weekend. Peace and love. Love the jacket. Love the New York. Love the new look. Thanks for contributing to the channel and clicking the like button, Brian Maiden. Char, I totally understand. I'm at the point where everything I own fits in my minivan. I loaded up and drove it into a storage unit. That's funny. That's hilarious. I was just wondering, does Morelia have an international airport? If not, how far is the international airport from Morelia? Buck, Morelia does have an international airport. Yes, there you go. Yeah, it's an international airport, so you can come and go from here to there, wherever it is on the planet. All right now, well, okay. Bill, please give Dominique my email address. Let me write down Char to Dominique. Email. Okay, I wrote it down here on this piece of paper. So I will get that done. Oh, I'll see Dominique tomorrow morning. Okay, cool beans. I can do that. All right. Okay, so I'm going to hook you guys up. And my throat's starting to go out. I'm going to put up 3 videos this week. I'm going to put up the Christmas video, the interview that I did with Rosie. She had a segment where she talks about hospitalization. I'm going to put that up this week. And I'm going to put up another video, the bus ride, just clips of the bus ride, the first part of the bus ride. And I'm just going to put some music behind that. It's going to be like 5 minutes. And look who is here late. I made it late. Mary Jane, girl, thank you for showing up and being us with here today. Sorry you're late. You can watch the replay. We have a lot of video clips about the Christmas city. So, but everything's good down here. Everything's good. Everything's affordable. Of course, if you're in the United States, yes, it is election time. Be sure you're registered to vote blue. Tell all your friends and family, vote blue all up and down the line. I've been getting too political here because the people that talk about politics are doing a good job with it. And I'm very happy with what's happening. It looks like Kamala is going to be the new president. Also, I think that over the last 8 months, I've made it very clear that I would not support Donald Trump for anything. So I think I probably lost about 5,000 subscribers off of that. But now I'm still getting new subscribers that realize that I'm not a Republican. I'm not just this happy black man that do anything for $1. That's not me. So anyway, yeah, okay. Marco, welcome Mary Jane. Hola. I will watch the replay. Dominique, hey, yes, I will watch. So anyway, so make sure that you're registered to vote. If you're going to vote for Trump, don't vote. Don't vote. Just don't do it. If you're going to vote for some Republican, don't do it. Just stay home. Stay home. Yes, but this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We are blue all the way. We're pro Kamala all the way. We're anti Donald Trump all the way to jail. Yeah, that boy goes to jail. I'm not even going to send him a Christmas card. Maybe I will. Maybe once Donald Trump goes to jail, maybe I'll hook him up with Holly. After Donald Trump's in jail for a while, Holly will be looking real good compared to Bubba and Tyrone. Hear what I'm saying? That's funny. I'm I'm laughing at myself. That was pretty good. I'm voting for you. Vote for me, Cassie Davis. That's cool. But then they're going to have to move the White House to Morelia. Yeah, I'll have to do all my operations from Morelia. And Marco, thank you for joining us. We'll have a new town that we will be visiting this week. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Look who's here. Look who's here. I'm with you, Harris Waltz 2024. Nancy's talking. Thanks for the great info, Bill, and everyone. Hope you all have a great weekend and see you tomorrow, Bill. Hit the like button. Mary Jane. Oh, yeah, Mary Jane. I will be back every Saturday. So I'm getting ready to hit it and get it. Let me click this button over here. Let me click this button. Okay. So this is Bill the Geek. It's October the 5th. This is our first broadcast in October, but this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. Thank you everyone for joining us this week. If you haven't clicked the subscribe button, consider doing that, and surely click the like button. Let's see what else is there to say, but love you all. Have a great Saturday. And as we say every week, adios, hasta luego, and kete baya bien.